Whereabouts in Italy is it?
It's up the mountain from Bagni di Lucca. People may know of Bagni di Lucca. It's up in the Apennine Mountains in a little village called Bernabio.
Bernabio.
Yes.
Okay. And tell me more about it. What's it like? What's the environment like?
It's a mountain environment. It's pristine. The air is pure. The scenery is just stunning.
To die for?
Absolutely, absolutely. I like to go for walks around there, and there's always some hidden gem that you find. I'll be going on my 5th trip over there this year, and so far each time I've discovered some new visual treat over there. We say at Villa San Rocco that the retreat is named for.
Right.
And the villa has been restored over about a 20-year period. It's a privately owned villa, actually by an English family who came across it 20 odd years ago and fell in love with it. It needed some TLC and
big nurturing.
Yes.
They
yes.
usually do.
Yes.
But now it's magnificent.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's very beautiful. You know, the first time I went to the villa, they're all authentic antiques.
Right.
It's just as it would have looked in the 17th century.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's a Baroque villa, and parts of it are actually older, like 13th, 14th century parts, like the workshop and other parts. But the main villa is 17th century, and it's been restored using local tradespeople and local materials, and anyway, it's just gorgeous now. I love what the family have done, and so I wanted to support them as well. And I've seen that the feeling I get there is shared by other folk as well. I think we just have to share this place.
So how many people can you have in a retreat? Do you have a certain amount of people, and they live within
Yes.
the villa itself?
Yes, so we're based in the villa the whole time.
Right.
What I do isn't unique. There are other folk who do this. It's not overly common. So we're based at the villa and then go off for a day trip here and there.
Right.
So there are 10, to get back to your question, there are 10 bedrooms
10 bedrooms.
at
Wow.
the villa, each with its own bathroom or ensuite.
Wow.
So yeah,
Each
private
person.
facilities.
Nice.
The rooms are mostly double, or there are a few twin rooms as well. So there are it's a minimum of about 6 people to about 14.
14, which is a good number to manage.
Yes.
And so they are provided with their meals every day?
Yes.
They live in for how many days are they there?
The painting retreat is for 12 days.
12 days?
There's just a beautiful, beautiful woman called Franca, who's a local. She lives in Bernabio.
Right.
And Franca does the cooking.
Right.
She's a fabulous cook.
Right. So she lives on the premises, or does she just comes in?
No, she just comes in. She lives in the village.
Right.
Just walks up to the villa. It's only a very small village.
Right.
But the villa owner lives at the villa part of the time. So
okay.
he's a terrific host.
Right. Okay.
Very, very charming person. So yeah, so the meals are provided.
Right. Okay.
We generally have breakfast together, go off and paint,
Come
back
and
for
have
lunch, and then in the afternoon, whatever people feel like doing. Some will often go out and paint again in the afternoon. Some will have a siesta. Some will go down to the pizzeria for a glass of wine or a coffee, or some people go for a walk, sit and read a book, and then we come together again for dinner, and
Talk
share our stories.
I was going to say, have conversations about the experience of the day and the days before, and what's in store for the next day and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, which would be amazing. So that's a 12-day retreat, and people come from all over the world.
So far, they've all been from Australia.
All from Australia?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Mostly people from my immediate network, and then, you know, the
Word
next.
of mouth will promote
Yes.
it. Yes. Okay. Then you said you're going to start a photography retreat as well. And photography and art really go hand in hand in some ways, don't they?
It's the environment at the villa, or around the villa, is just a visual feast. So whatever a creative person's medium is, whether it's, you know, using a brush, a pencil, charcoal, or a camera, you know, whatever someone's preferred
They'll
medium
find
is,
whatever.
it's a veritable feast.
Wow. And the mountains and everything in the distance and not far away.
They just go on forever.
Yes.
Mountains just go on forever, but it changes depending on which angle you look at them from, and the time of day
And the sun.
and the weather on the day. The light is magical. The autumn light is just magical. There is a golden glow. So far, when it does rain, it's been at night.
Right.
So you wake up in the morning and there's just this mist hanging in the mountain. You think, oh my goodness! It just, so it doesn't matter what.
It's just beautiful, and
is.
gives you this feeling of peace inside.
Yes.
Wow.
You just sit and absorb. Just absorb what's around you, and the beautiful energy from the other people on the retreat. You know, their enthusiasm is infectious.
And they'll see things that you don't see, and they'll point them out to you, and and the others will see things that can be pointed out. So everyone will see something different and share it. Share it with the others. How amazing is that? So your retreat for photography, how long does that go for?
The photography retreat is 8 days.
8 days.
So previously had artist retreat, and this year very, very happy about having the inaugural photography retreat.
Fantastic. Excellent. So 8 days for photography.
Yes.
Now, if they want to go on the photography one, do they have to have a special camera?
No.
No?
No. Shireen and Rob Hammond are the teachers,
Right.
photography teachers on the trip. They will be running master classes in the main aspects of photography, so focusing on lighting,
Right.
learning about lighting, how to use light, composition of photos, how to take a really interesting shot. And Rob also will be teaching some retouching afterwards. You know, they like to call it taking your photo from whoa to wow.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, just making it that little bit better. You know, photoshopping it. Is
Yes.
it? Yes, photoshopping it. So learning the art of knowing what to do and what not to touch when you're photoshopping.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, any level of experience and whatever camera people care to use, even an iPhone.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
That isn't, I must say, that isn't their specialty.
Right.
They are professional photographers. The amount of awards these folk have won is incredible. You know, top gongs in travel photography, portrait, I believe, wedding photography. They've been
So much.
yes.
So much. So are they Australian or?
Yes.
They are Australian.
They
Right.
are Australian. Shireen was born in the UK,
Right.
but they lived here for a long time. So
We'll class her as
Yes,
Australian.
We'll claim her as Australian.
Right.
And she's absolutely lovely. Just a bubbly, vivacious, infectious person. She's just so much fun to be around. And Rob is a very giving person, very sharing his knowledge. He's a little more quiet, but very, very knowledgeable.
He'd be very observant.
Yes.
Very observant. So he would see things in a photo that no one else would see until he pointed it out. He would see different things there.
Yes, I've seen that firsthand.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he does. And Shireen, the way she composes an image, they're very giving people, very kind, very lovely to be around. I invited them to come along on the retreat because I think
they'd be pretty excited.
They are.
Yeah.
And they will be fabulous teachers. They've taught before. They are professional photographers, but they've also taught.
Right. Okay. Okay. And do they live in Victoria or are they?
Yes, they're Melbourne based.
They're Melbourne based.
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So they'd be excited about going to Italy to teach. And have you promoted it much at the moment, or is it something that you need to do? So these retreats are coming up August time, aren't they?
Is it August and September? So the photography retreat is late August, and the artist retreat is in mid-September, taught by Angela Abbott, the painting retreat.
Right.
Angela is a Montsalvat artist, so there'll be some of her former students.
Right. Okay.
But in terms of promotion, we do have some spaces available for both the photography and the artist retreat. Largely it's been word of mouth.
Okay, so if anyone is interested in coming along or going along to the retreat at, whereabouts is it?
In Bernabio, in Tuscany.
Tuscany, Italy, going on a retreat, August, September, either as an artist, a budding artist, or someone who wants to develop better skills, or a photographer who just loves taking photos, who wants to improve on how they take their photos and how to improve them after they've taken them. So if you want to, you can connect with me, message me, and I will give you some information on that. But we will have some information from Sonia toward the end of the show so that we can let you connect. But I want to be there. It probably won't happen this year, but next year it will happen. Tuscany just sounds a Mediterranean diet, and everything just sounds amazing. So you could spend 12 days being an artist and then a little break. How long between the retreats is there?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So then you could spend 2 weeks travelling, and then you could come back and do the photography retreat as well for 8 days. How does that sound? I think that sounds fabulous. And you're going to be there, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. And are you going to be playing around with photography, or are you going to do any artwork, or what are you going to be doing? Or just making sure, as the organiser, making sure everything runs smoothly?
Yes, the latter. I do take photographs each time I go. I can't help myself. I like to actually go and enjoy the environment, but then I want to capture some of it to show people.
Absolutely.
As well. But essentially my role there is just to make sure that everyone has everything
they need,
that they need to organise the transport on time when we go to another site. If anyone has any special dietary requirements, that those are being met. Just make sure they're okay.
Yeah. And when they come, if they are an artist already, they would bring their own brushes. And do they need to bring their own paints?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, but if they didn't have paints, they could get them there.
Yes. People generally like to work with the paints and brushes
That they normally use.
Yes, but you certainly can buy them over there. I do get supplies for people that might have run out of a colour, or mostly they've been oil painters where
Right.
they've run out of mediums, so use some more linseed oil for them. There are just one or two things that you can't take on a flight, so
Yes. So you have to
cleaning
get
up
them.
material. But so yeah, I'm quite familiar with
All of that.
where to get
Yes.
everything that people would need, so you nip out and get those for them so they can just continue
Fantastic.
focusing on their art.
Okay, and let's go to the photography one now. And with the photography one, would they bring their laptop so that then they could actually play around with their photos on their laptop after they've taken them?
Oh yes, if they choose to. Yes, absolutely. Rob can show them, or will show them on his own equipment. They can then bring their own and try it there and then, or just use the information when they get back.
Yeah, yeah, amazing, because the opportunity for someone to just bring out that creativity even more and come back and have more of a passion for doing more of what they love would be brilliant. And spending time in Tuscany, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Well, there is a lovely flow-on effect. One of the artists, Lisa, who was on the 2016 trip, oh God, she's such a talented artist, a really divine person as well. She's just an absolute joy to have around, focused on her art. So when she came back, I was months later, but she had a solo exhibition with the works from the trip.
Right.
Another woman she did something quite interesting with her work. So from the paintings that she did whilst on the retreat, she came back and then she did drawings from her paintings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So another creative side came out.
Yes.
So not just a budding artist, but a sketcher.
Yes.
Wow. Now we have to go for a break again. So we'll be back.